Peace, peace, YouTube family. It's your boy Zay coming back at you with another video, third one for the day. You dig? I'm out here in the sun, so that's really what's charging up these thought patterns. But you know how we do, we get right into it. You know what I'm saying? This video I want to talk about surrendering to change, bro. Surrendering to change. That's really all I've been doing these last 3 years, bro. That's really all I've been doing these last 3 years. Of course, I've been in the grand scheme of things to generalize these last 3 years. I would say I've been surrendering to change. Now, yeah, I started a business. I started doing this and that, do YouTube, all these different things fall under me surrendering to change. When it comes surrendering to change from the people I hang with, surrendering to change to the woman I'm attracted to, surrendering to change to the things I'm overall just interested in, surrendering to change to how I carry myself, what I do on a day-to-day basis, my habits. And if I wouldn't, and people, what are my beliefs, you know what I'm saying? And if I would have never surrendered to change, bro, I would not be who y'all see sitting right here, bro. I would not be this version of myself, dog. If I would have never surrendered to change, dog, I would not be where I'm at in life today, bro. And that's why I'm so grateful that I allowed myself to let go and just allow my process to be what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm growing out my hair. I'm growing out free forms. I'm letting my heart free form. So that's a part of me surrendering to change. It's something that's within me. Keep telling me, bro. Just I want to see my hair in its. I'm gonna make a separate video about my journey to wanting to freeform my hair. But in general, I just want to see how my hair naturally forms through its artistic way. Like I said, I'm gonna make another video about that. So I'm not gonna go too deep into that. But bro, just overall surrendering to change has changed me so much, and has not only just changed me, but grew me so much to where the people that used to know me, they don't even know how to really speak to me, because they can't really get a glimpse or get a resonant frequency of who I am as an individual anymore. Not to say I'm better than them, but it's just stating the fact that I'm so far removed of the version that they last had of me in their head, that when they started seeing this new version of me, they didn't really even know how to communicate with me, how to interact with me. So that's why a lot of them just stopped talking to me for real. Now, a lot of people I didn't really even have to cut off. They just stopped talking to me because they realized they couldn't resonate on my frequency. You know what I'm saying? So it never was no bad blood between a lot of the people I stopped talking with. They kind of did it for themselves, because they knew, like, I can't really gauge what type of vibration this nigga on no more. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna just go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, go around the people I know I can vibrate with. You feel me? That's all it is, bro. Just frequency. And once you allow yourself to surrender to change, you start doing things that you never thought you could do, bro. Well, I wouldn't say never thought you could do, but it seemed far-fetched. Like, just the fact that, for instance, me surrendering to accepting spirituality, bro. You know what I'm saying? I grew up religious. I grew up in a religious household, you know. And even still to this day, I don't try to convince my mom to leave. If that works for her, I'm big on that. If something works for you, do that. You know, I kind of like to move by example. So if anybody is attuned to how I'm moving, then I could tell them, like, hey, this is what I be on. You feel me? But if something is working for you, keep doing that. But like I said, I grew up in a religious household. And my process of moving to spirituality happened rather quick. It wasn't like a year-long process. It was like I feel like it was glimpses and moments of where I felt like a change was coming. I kept saying to myself, like, I feel like a change was coming, but I didn't think it was necessarily gonna be through a form of spiritual. I just knew, like, the people around me, I wasn't gonna have these same people around me. But like I said, this change into spirituality happened so quick, to where I could have easily been like, nah, I'm not gonna take that route. Even though I know everything within me and my higher self was telling me this is the route I'm being sent to take. Regardless of anybody else is taking that route, this is the route I'm being sent to take. And I could have easily been like, nah, if everybody else around me ain't into spirituality, I'm not about to get into spirituality. I grew up in a religious household. None of my family members, into spirituality. Why would I go into, you know what I'm saying? But I had to accept my destiny, accept my path, accept what was in store for me on this particular path set for me. And that came with surrendering to change, bro. You have to surrender to change. You have to just allow this shit to happen and allow yourself to grow into who you're trying to be. You feel me? It's a lot of people on the internet mad and whining about why they not doing what they want to do in life and not getting where they want to be and not progressing. But I see them constantly doing the same thing. They have the same habits. And a lot of these people who whine and complain about not being where they want to be, they never realize that they're self-sabotaging themselves. So while they're self-sabotaging themselves, they complain about it. So that it kind of creates like a sympathy for themselves to feel sad for themselves, while they can constantly, it's like they get addicted for feeling sad for themselves because they're constantly doing the things that's keeping them from being that person, yet they're complaining about being that person. You know, so it's a cycle. That's a side tangent. But like I was saying, if I would have been stubborn into accepting this new way of seeing life, bro, I wouldn't be as intellectually inclined as I am today, bro. I was always smart. I was always intelligent. But this level that I'm at now, bro, it was a game changer moment for me. It was a game. I started to see everything damn near really for what it is. You feel me? And if I wouldn't have ever surrendered to change and allow these things just to happen and allow myself to be immersed in change and grow and know that on the other side and trust the process that I was walking on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people don't trust the process that they're walking on because it's new, it's something different. So they start on it, then they come out of it and they create excuses on why they came out of it. But the whole time you was on the path you needed to be on, but because it felt so uncomfortable and new that you know, went astray from it and you went back to what you felt, what you know was comfortable and what you feel is comfortable, because you've been on that path before and it's familiar to you. Sometimes, a lot of times, the familiar route ain't the way to go. Sometimes you gotta take that route that ain't familiar, that's the least traveled. Sometimes you gotta take that travel that's least traveled for a reason, because it's so many unknowns and so many people that you're gonna lose along the way, and just so many other factors that people not really ready to deal with. You got to be one of them ones to go on that path of the least travel, bro. Because like I said, it's least travel for a reason. You know, like, man, surrendering to change has been so powerful to me, bro. And honestly, if you don't listen to any other video I make, bro, just listen to this video. Just listen to this video. If you don't listen to anything else I say, bro, surrender to change. Another example, when I went on my retention, when I started retention, it started off as a streak. It started off as a challenge, like, and I was never, like I always say this, I was never a sex crazed individual. I was never that. So that's why it was interesting for me to even want to go on this journey, because I was on my business, I was selling hoodies, I was selling shirts. From the outside looking in, from the physical standpoint, I was doing pretty good, you know. But when I wanted to go on retention, it was shortly after I had my spiritual journey, because I had my spiritual journey around November, December of 2020. Then January of 2021, I met up with this young lady. Then after I had got a hotel room. After that, I was like, but you know what? I'm gonna go on the street, because I was seeing things about it on YouTube. I was like, I'm gonna go on a little street to challenge myself. First week I went, then I relapsed, and after that, the rest was history from there. But again, surrendering to change. Every time I tell when I first started and I was telling my homeboys about it, they was like, bro, what? Like, that's crazy, bro. I could never, like, and I still get to today, like, bro, I don't know how you do it. But if I would have, how can I put this? If I would have measured what I was doing based on if other people around me was doing it too, I wouldn't still be doing it, because forget just people I know, globally, it ain't that many men that retain. You know what I'm saying? There ain't that many men that practice sexual abstinence. And that came later on. That's kind of in the same ball, but that came, you know, kind of a couple months later. But both of those came from surrender to journey, surrendering to change, and it was a journey to get to that point. You feel me? But if you constantly trying to go against change, it's like the universe is trying to change things for you. Or God, Allah, source. I know I always do that because, you know, people, I like to be able to reach all walks of life and religion and whatnot. Of course, I want to reach my spiritual people, but I want to reach religious folks too, because this game can be put down for anybody. You dig what I'm saying? But yeah, Most High is trying to put you in a certain space, but you constantly working against it. So now you having a battle within, because you know you're supposed to be becoming a certain individual that aligns with who you want to be and where you want to be in life. But at the same time, you don't want to change because it's uncomfortable and unfamiliar. So you're working against it. So within, you're fighting against yourself. You're fighting your higher self to stay in your lower self, yet complaining about still being your lower self and not becoming your higher self. It's very interesting when you start to get down into it, bro. It's very interesting. It's very interesting. The human mind is something else, dog. It's something else. It just been so many moments, me surrendering to change, me going vegan, or like I like to call it vegetation. You know, I'm a vegetation eater. You feel me? And no, I don't eat milk or dairy or eggs or none of that. If you watch one of my older videos, you know why I said vegetarian, because I think vegetarian should be considered a person that eats vegetation. You know what I'm saying? No, vegetarians shouldn't shouldn't still include animal products. That's not vegetarian in my opinion. And like I said, it was somebody who first brought that idea to my mind. He's on YouTube. I can't remember his name. I said I was gonna find out his name, but I still can't remember. But I'm gonna remember next time. But just that journey itself, it was people. Even my trainer was telling me, you know, I don't really agree with you, giving up meat. And I was like, I respect it, but this is my journey, bro. I ain't gonna, like, I respect you, and that's what you supposed to, as a trainer, because I was still training for football. And I was like, as a trainer, you know, I respect that, you know, and you supposed to be like that, you know what I'm saying? Because what we've been told and marketed is that you can't thrive as an athlete without animal protein, bro. And protein is every time I hear that word, bro, I laugh. It's funny because anytime somebody asks me where I get my protein now as a person who don't eat meat, and they see how I look, like, if you go on my Instagram, yeah, your boy got them, yeah, you know, I got this shirt on, and it ain't really revealing, so you probably thought, that nigga small. Okay, like, okay, but people always ask me, like, where you get your protein from? Where you? I just like, this protein, I chuckle every time somebody asks that when I get my protein from, but literally, like, avocados, bro, nuts, pause, but, you know, nuts, walnuts and stuff like that, fruits, alfalfa sprouts, sweet potatoes. You know, it's so many different things that help you build muscle, dog. Like, we got well, did you know that meat make you strong was started off as a marketing tactic by the meat industry, and by the time it was actually studied in laboratories and research, it was proven that it's not all the way true. But by the time by the time that was proven, the marketing campaign had already took off, so it was too late. Like, the marketing campaign had overridden the research that they found about if meat really do make you stronger, you know. So it's just like surrender to change about that, bro. It was so many articles and stuff about saying, oh, athletes, and mind you, I don't play football anymore, but I am pursuing track professionally. So everybody don't know that. Y'all probably the only people that really know that. If you watch my YouTube videos, then you know now. I don't really speak on it publicly on my Instagram or any of my other social medias. I just don't really like people in my business, especially people that I know, because once they figure out what you own, they start to feel like they know what your next move. So when you keep people on their toes, they don't really know they don't know what you got coming next, you feel me? So, but yeah, I am still an athlete. So when people see me in my workout videos or whatnot, They be like, and bro, I'm 157, but if you see me, I don't look 157. I don't look as big as I used to be. And I was at one point I was like 175. I was like Aki type shit. But I felt kind of heavy to be my height because I'm 5'5" and I was like 175. So yeah, I was strong and I moved pretty well for that weight. Don't get me wrong, I moved very well for that weight. But I didn't have that feeling of being able to float like how I wanted to really float. So now I still got my strength from football. My back muscles is crazy. I'm still getting my protein from my fruits and my vegetables and you know, nuts and grains and all that. And I'm lighter too. So it's like, yeah, I lost some muscle mass, but a lot of that was just a lot of that muscle mass be for aesthetic. Like now I'm much more stronger in my small fibers and my small muscles and all that, bro, because of my training is so specific to be strong in those areas. And I'm eating food that help me become stronger, but also it also helping me become stronger and lighter at the same time. So my weight to muscle content, like I'm getting more out of my muscle because they're much more denser and much more stern and much more activated. So I don't have to have super puffy muscles to be strong. Like I'm getting more out of my muscles at the size that they're in. You feel me? So bro, surrender to change, bro. It's one of the most powerful spaces you can be in, dog. Like when I meditate, that's all I do. Like I surrender. Well, I wouldn't say I surrender to change, but I surrender myself to being in that space of being at oneness with myself. And being at oneness with myself allows me to tap in to that energy of change. You feel me? I can go on and on about different ways I've surrendered to change, bro. I surrendered to change on the type of woman I like. You know, I tried so hard. I used to find myself like trying to be back attracted to the woman I used to like. It's like, but it don't be there, bro. It don't be there. I surrendered to change. I tried to, you know, go out with people and try to have that mindset like, damn, I could go out with them, but I just realized I was making myself unhappy trying to stay in that old light of me, bro. It's not who I am anymore. I surrendered to change, and I realized, bro, I can't fake that. Like, if you still want to be cool with me, I have no problem with being cool with you. Even if you go to the clubs, even if you do all these different things that I don't do anymore, I still got homeboys that, you know, do whatever things I don't do anymore, but I'm still cool with them. You know what I'm saying? I move off of loyalty, bro. So if you ain't giving off no funny energy and you loyal and you being authentically you, and you got that certain charisma about yourself and a certain confidence, I can't be around, especially men. I can't be around men or males, because every male ain't a man. But I can't be around males who don't exuberate that certain level of confidence, charisma, because I do. So when one individual do out of a group, or maybe 2 or 3 out of a group do and the rest don't, it kind of the energy start feeling a little weird, you know. But that's a topic for another day again. But bro, I'm telling you, the peace you find within yourself when you start surrendering to change is one like no other, bro. It's a beautiful feeling, and I wish it upon everybody. And the only way you can surrender yourself to change, like, again, with my hair, bro, that's a big step for me to make, to surrender to change, to allow myself to freeform, because I know it's gonna be people who don't agree with it. It's gonna be people within my family who don't agree with it. Don't care. Respectfully though, but I don't care. It's gonna be family, friends who don't agree with it. Respectfully, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just what it is. I'm on my journey, and people are so out of tune with their journey, that when they see other people on their journey and they're carefree about going about on how to best elevate and tap into their higher self, they become so infatuated and so involved and so interested in your journey that they're not even worried about their own journey. It's like, I didn't ask for your opinion about what I'm doing. If I wanted to know your opinion about what I'm doing, I would have asked. But I didn't ask for a reason, because I don't care. Respectfully, this is what's being told to me to reach my higher self. If this is not being told to you, cool, I understand that. I have no issue with you not doing whatever I'm doing. I'm speaking on what's in alignment for me, and what's for to come for me if I do these things, if I align at this certain vibration. I know I have these dreams. I have these visions. I have these thoughts. You don't have the same visions and dreams that I have. So you can't understand why I'm going the path that I'm going. I'm being sent these messages, and if I ignore these messages, that's going to be on my ass if I don't get to where I'm trying to be. Because I want to listen to you, and you telling me what I should and shouldn't do. Nigga, you don't know my future, bro. You're not within my reality. Respectfully, I'm not trying to, go off on a little tangent, but I see this all the time. People always got opinions and issues about what people doing with their life and their journey, bro. Worry about your own damn journey. That's why you're not getting to where you want to be in life, because you so focused on what other people doing. It be them comment section warriors always got something to say about people's lives and what they doing, and it finds me those be the main people complaining about where they at in life, because they be in the comment sections complaining. The comment section warriors, oh, this athlete ain't this, oh, this and this and that. Y'all are bots because you're more interested in somebody else's life. Go live your own life. Go do what you're supposed to be doing for this lifetime. So, bro, surrender to change, man. Like I said, if y'all don't listen to any other video I'll post, listen to this video. Bro, it turns you into a modern day anomaly to surrender to change, because most people surrender to everything but change. They surrender to authority. They surrender to what the masses think. They surrender to popularity. They surrender to being cool, but nobody wants to surrender to change, because surrender to change means for you to grow, and for you to grow means to leave people behind. When you leave people behind, they think you're changing up on them, but you're not changing up on them, you're changing up on your old self to grow into a new you. I'll catch y'all next video, man. Peace.